Hey guys, welcome back. So today we're going to do something a little bit different. I got this bench grinder for my dad because he has this old plastic terrible one. It's nearly useless and barely turns on. I looked around and all the bench grinders that are under a certain price seem to mostly have the same shell anyway. So I went with the Harbor Freight Central Machinery one here. But I just don't want to give it to him like this. I want to do something a little bit special with it. I want to get rid of this awesome orange paint and maybe do something a little cooler and repowder coat the case, and I guess we'll see what I do with it. But I thought it'd be a great opportunity to take it apart and see some of the issues with it, since I got to take apart the case anyway. Just looking at it here, this is the 8-inch grinder slash buffer. The reason I went with this one wasn't because of the grinder slash buffer necessarily. It was more had to do with the fact that it was a lot wider and it's easier to get big parts in here. Of course, you can put a wire wheel or anything you want on this. Also, this one was claimed at more amps, so in theory, I guess it might be more powerful. So looking at the box here, it looks like it has ball bearing support in the shaft, so we'll see about that. Of course, it's for US 120 volt, 60 hertz at 4.8 amps at 3600 RPM. So that's really a little bit fast for buffing, or twice as fast for buffing as it should be. So may add a speed control in with it or something like that. Apparently it has an easy on and off switch, so that's good. It's got a transparent eye Sheila. Not sure what that does, but it sounds like it might be a lot of fun. Has a tool rest. Comes with a 8x36 grit grinding wheel. So apparently it has 8x36 grit. I'm not familiar with that one. A 5/8 inch universal arbor and a 8-inch by 1-inch buffing wheel. So I'll go ahead and open it up. I'm being real surgical about this because I want it to be a surprise. So I want it to look like it's, well, the surprise what it looks like anyway. So I want it to look like it's in the regular old Harbor Freight box. And then be something a little more special on the inside. Alright, so definitely won't be needing those. Looks like there's our Sheila. Some other crap sheet metal hardware here. I guess this is our tool rest. Pretty terrible stamping there. They didn't even bother cleaning that up or anything. It's got little burrs on it. I think I'll machine out something a little better than this. That's just sad. Of course, this is the OG Harbor Freight and not the good new stuff, so it might be of a little bit lower quality. All right, so let's get this thing out of here. It's if nothing else, it's packaged decently. I'll give it that. The best way to get this thing out of here. All right, there we go. There it is. It's got some decent size to it. A little bit of weight to it too. Man, look at that paint. Oh. All right. So let me get turned around here. Actually, the paint looks better on camera than it does in real life. It's really bad. There's so many almost like paint. I don't know. It almost looks like it's shrink wrapped orange on it. It's really bad. Definitely didn't bother getting the sticker on even sort of straight there. All right. So it's got some weight to it. It does have a heavy cast iron base for sure. I'd say it's probably 35-40 pounds. So on the reviews, the biggest complaint I kept seeing is that they're not balanced. And honestly, I don't expect it to be really either, with the wheels that come from the Harbor Freight. Okay, it's plugged in. So I guess before I take it apart, we'll see if it is balanced here. Nope, definitely not balanced. Look at her go. So it seems like this end's definitely worse. Almost looks like the shaft's bent, but I'm not sure that it is. So we'll go ahead and get these wheels. This is a really hard buffing wheel here too. So we'll get that off first. Let me grab some tools. Okay, so got the farmer's wrench here. You know, this one's a DeWalt one. It's a little bit older. It's pretty heavy. It's been good to me. It's a 250 millimeter or 10-inch adjustable wrench, and it's really pretty good. It's held up over the years. So that wasn't tight at all. Alright, so got that wheel off. It's just got a couple stamped cups, big nut, and one aluminum spacer in this shaft here. So it doesn't look like the shaft has a ton of run out, but let's get the other side off, then we can measure both of those. So go ahead and get this one off now. It's pretty thin crap sheet metal on the guard here also. But I mean, what do you expect for the money these go for? And of course I definitely use the coupon. In case you're wondering, it is unplugged. Okay, so there's the wheel guard. Yeah. Solid amount of wobble there too. Yeah, look at that paint there. I didn't quite bother getting it all. I mean, I've seen worse than these. It's reasonably stiff. Okay, so now we're ready to get it off. This one's gonna, of course, be, yeah, lefty tighty, righty loosey. So off will be the two that way. Yeah. All right, let's give that a try. Oh yeah, no problem there. That rigid brushless impact's been really good to me. I've been really happy with it. Yeah, 3,700 maximum RPM, 8 by 3/4 by 5/8. Not at all round. We got another just stamp steel thing. Alright, so here's the rest of the guard. Go ahead and start getting these stickers off of it. Well, at least it came off easy. I can give it that. Alright, let's continue doing it the easy way. Okay. You can see they gave two fucks about the paint on this thing. Alright, so I've plugged it back in. Let's see what it'll, how much vibration there is with no load on it. Basically none. I mean, it's pretty good. Definitely a little vibration run out, but it's not bad. Not a lot of starting torque. I was able to stall it there. So one nice thing about this is it has bolt holes on either side of the motor, so it'd be pretty easy to build your own custom guard. It has two sets there. Same thing on this side, so that's a nice little feature there. So let me get this unplugged again. All right. So I guess first I'll start with the base. Let's see how this is all held down. So it's got a plastic cover under here with 4 little screws holding it on. Those are some Swiss cheese grade bolts for sure. And that just pops off. Okay, so we got that plate off, so not a lot going on in here. We've got a CBB61, so that's going to be the run capacitor, 12 microfarads, plus or minus 5%. That's a fan capacitor normally, I believe, or like a air conditioner blower fan. So most likely that's what the core of this motor is as well. So we'll go ahead and get this taken apart in here. Well, that felt like that was going to strip for sure. There's a gray wire under the paint going to the capacitor, and another gray wire. So they're both gray. That one's on there. There we go. Just got a real crappy switch. There we go. It's gonna be a Wrong Fang Co. Just off-on switch. It's got a good feel to it. Clearly labeled. Rated at 10 amps, so it should be more than enough for this. I mean, it is what it is. It is grounded, so that's good. There is hope. I got one little crimped on thing here. Not sure why I went for the crappiest pliers there. So we do have a little bit of strain relief here. Not that that should be too important on a bench grinder. Let's have a look at what this cord is. Looks like it's a SJT Service Junior BW1 150C. Sorry, 105C. I think that's decent. 300 volt. It's pretty plasticky. So go ahead and get this base off of here. Take this little plate off too. It's also labeled on-off on this plate here, along with the on-off on this. Alright, so it's got two big screws down here. Not very tight, no Loctite at all, so with vibration of this thing, those are probably going to come right out. So yeah, that's all that holds that on. You know, it's a piece of cast iron. I mean, at least it's not stamped. So I'll definitely powder coat that. Alright, yeah, this definitely looks like a fan motor, which is probably exactly what it is. Should be able to get it taken apart pretty easily though. Got a little grommet there on it with the crap orange paint. Hopefully this one will come off as easy as the other stickers did. Alright, so go ahead and take the... It's got 2 through bolts, it looks like. Typical cheap motor construction. This motor is a lot longer, but not near as big around as some of the other ones. I'm not at all a motor engineer, so I have no idea how that affects it. It seems like it would. You could compensate for it, but the motor core itself is only actually this wide, so I feel like they may be exaggerating on their power on this thing. Let me go get the persuader. There we go. Okay, so tiny little rotor. Man, that's small. I didn't even think it was gonna be that small, to be honest. Okay, got a little preload spring there. And come back to that deal. Oh man, look at the metal shavings in the motor casing. It's not from the motor, it's just like from the machining process. Wow. Alright. So this end, interestingly enough, has a sort of a fan in it there. And it sort of does have ball bearings. So let me get this end out here. Yeah, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go press this out. Okay, so I pressed that one out. It's just like the other side. They're identical, same part. This one had a little bit less aluminum in it than this one did, so these are all going to get good cleaning. This is all just nasty too. 2 bearings on a very long shaft with a lot of load at the end, so those aren't going to last well. And a little fan there, it's a bidirectional fan, so really this motor could run either way you wanted it to. The bearings are 6204Z, so they're at least they're shielded, not sealed but shielded. Probably not gonna be enough bearing though, I don't think, for that for long term. The center is just a simple rolled body with the motor core sitting in there.